sports fans. ASMR Sports back at you. I am back in my home after being away from said home during this past weekend. I was playing in a tennis tournament. It was a doubles tournament, and it did not go well. Lost 3 matches, but at least 2 of them were close. Quick reminder, we've got 2 breaks going on. One is a football break, and one is a baseball break with these wacky 2012 Panini products that I'm actually really interested to dig into because I've never opened them. And there could be, interesting things in there like Hall of Famer autographs or like celebrity autographs. So I'll link up. That's the baseball one. There's also a football one with a bunch of 2021 products and one 2022 product. I've only got like a handful of people. So far, I'll post an updated list of or count of people that have signed up for spots in those breaks, so you know where they're at. But would really love to see some more folks signed up. I'd really like to do those like on, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday night if possible, but at this point it's seeming like it will be difficult to fill them up by those days. So today we've got a couple things to do. One is to finish going through Aaron Judge cards. I went through a bunch. These ones, my last video, so if you missed that and you want to see those, check them out. There's some cool cards in there. And I just want to see what else I got here, so let's take a look. We got 2017 or 18 Bowman base right there. Power Producers, same set. Here's refractors, or a refractor from that set, and more base, and another Power Producer, and another base, and some 2018 Bowman Chrome base. Some weird tops now, like insert cards. Here's some Topps Chrome 2018 base. So this is the same images as 2018 flagship tops, which I had a few variations of. However, I'm trying to find those in the stack here. There we go. Well, there's a gold, so same image, but the flagship has the future star and it has the rookie cup, and this just has nothing, and this is a gold, so there's that difference in that card too. But kind of interesting. The Topps Chrome is the same image, but like very different looking card. I believe that's a 2018 Topps Archives. Yeah. Some 2018 Bowman base. Not much value there. A Diamond Kings 2018, so second year. A Revolution, probably 2018, yeah. So looks like we got a lot of 2018 cards coming up. That one's kind of a cool card. I like the look of that with the Tall Boy Topps 2017 Judge and Joey Gallo, who was, a teammate of Aaron Judge's until he was traded away to the Dodgers, where he seems to be doing much better. I haven't checked on him lately, but I know like the first couple weeks or so he was doing really well, which is very frustrating for Yankees fans who saw him struggle for like pretty much the entire year. Another one of those base 2018 Topps cards that I think is a really nice looking card. Score 2018. It's a Chronicles. Another 2018 Chrome. Bowman Chrome. So yeah, just kind of a lot of miscellaneous second and third year cards coming up here. And there's a totally random Clint Frazier card in there. Holy man, is he even playing anymore? I don't know, man. He was struggling when he got traded to whoever he got traded to. I can't remember where he got traded off to, but was it the Cubs? I think it was the Cubs. Man, kind of crazy to think, he was like one of the top, like probably 5 or so prospects in the game when he was in the Cleveland Indians organization. And then the Yankees traded for him, I think, for part of that Andrew Miller trade. Brought Andrew Miller over to the Yankees from Cleveland. Random 2018 Donruss cards of him. So there you have it. There's let's see. I've got a couple more cards here. Because I've got 2 graded cards, which you've probably seen if you're being astute. And this, I think, is just a stack of 2019 cards, which aren't going to have a whole lot of value. By the way, I turned down the exposure on the video here, meaning everything is darker, but I really think that is a preferable kind of state of affairs for these videos, because like this mat, you see, this is a black mat, but if I didn't turn the exposure down, this would be like barely gray. Like it really likes to F up the exposure in my view. So everything should be a little bit darker than normal, but I think that's actually a good thing. A lot of people really wanted, a black background, and I got this black mat, but then, the camera that I use, which is just my iPhone camera, basically turns it to like a gray color, and that's not, sort of defeats the purpose. Alright, so my 2 graded cards are this 2018 Bowman, just paper-based card. I bet these are like probably going for $100 now. Before everybody and their mom thinks to send them in, of course, then they'll be down to like $20. But I got this in a repack, product where you just get a graded card. So it was a good pull in hindsight. And then this bad boy, I bought probably in like 2018, and I'm sure I think I paid like $800 for this, and for a long time it was not, it was a money loser. In fact, only until like relatively recently this year has this, crept up to be profitable for me. I was looking at these the other day, and I think they're over like $2,000 now, so that's pretty good. This is not what you would call a true gem, which is every grade being 9.5 gem mint or higher, because it has 9 for corners, which is kind of nuts because these corners are perfect. But it did get a centering of 10, which is really nice. Edges 10, edges are stupid. I mean, like, there's never edge problems, I feel like, with cards, modern cards, except for like Heritage, where they cut the frickin' edges of those cards with like chainsaw or something. So anyway, surface 9.5. So I think this is actually a pretty nice one to have 210s in the mix there of the grades. And yeah, so glad I picked this up. I have, gosh, you know what? There's some cards missing. Because I know I have some other judges, like autographs. But I'm not sure where they went. So be it. Okay, but the other thing I wanted to do in this video was show you guys some of the graded vintage wax packs that I've picked up over the past, I guess, month or two. Really, I've sort of given up on buying a lot of modern stuff. I mean, for a couple of years there, I was just buying as much, modern stuff as I could get my hands on. I got a fair bit from my distributor, but really I was just kind of on the aftermarket buying cases of, whatever, Heritage and Bowman and Flagship and stuff like that. And I've really stopped doing that because, the price of boxes and cases has not adequately reflected the value of the cards, the potential cards inside, for quite a while now. And the price of unopened stuff has certainly been going down along with everything else, but not nearly as fast as other, things in the hobby, like singles, or even like, unopened wax pack or vintage wax packs, which have gone down like 50 to 60% from their highs. But modern stuff is still quite expensive in its unopened forms, so I haven't really been buying much, with a few exceptions. But what I have been focusing on, and I'm really not spending a ton on this stuff, but I think it is the stuff I spend the most on, these days, and I'm frankly looking to spend even more and continue buying this stuff until, I don't know, it seems like a terrible idea to do it, but, I've been buying unopened wax packs, graded, for the past, 3-4 months, and these are some of the more recent ones I've gotten in. So I'll show those off. I hope you enjoy them. So we've got some 1985 Topps WWF Wrestling Wax Packs. Topps made WWF cards in 1985 for the first time, and then again in 1987, and I think that was kind of it. But the 85s are much rarer, and the Hulk Hogan's in there, go for a fair bit. So these were fun to get. Can't remember what I paid for these, but it was a pretty decent deal. They're PSA 8s, which, is a perfectly good score for a wax pack. It's a nice clean pack. And the concept of like numerical grading for wax packs is just kind of stupid because I don't know what, the criteria are, but it's hard to tell from looking at the packs themselves. So I consider a PSA 8 wax pack to be a perfectly good, wax pack, that's not going to have damage to the cards inside, and it's going to present well and look nice. And PSA 9s are not really worth the premium, and PSA 10s are certainly not, because with wax packs, it's like, I don't know how they grade them. I've seen lots of examples of PSA 10 wax packs and examples of PSA 7 wax packs, and it's like, you don't know what they're looking at. Like, it's often not the centering of the pack, the wax wrapper on the pack, because I've seen some very high grades on really off-center, wrappings. And other than that, honestly, like, what can you say about the folds or the corners or the edges? It's like, they all look pretty decent on everything that's a PSA 7 or higher, I think. This one actually, I will say, has a little bit of a kind of a folding in the upper right corner there. Anyway, 77 Topps wax pack is pretty cool. I'm all about 70s wax packs right now. They're pretty expensive, but like is 79. So that's got Ozzie Smith, rookie, I believe, in there. And this one, that pack looks very nice and clean. A lot of times with older wax packs, if they've been handled a lot or kind of jostled around in their box, the corners, they do get white on them. And sometimes the cards even start to break through, so that is certainly one condition issue you see a lot with older wax packs. And, something like whiting on the corners of the packs is definitely a pretty kind of glaring issue that I would think, drives the grading of a pack down significantly. Here is a 1979 Topps football wax pack. This one's PSA 8, very clean pack. 79 is a very interesting set. It's got like Ozzie Newsome rookies. It's gosh, who else? There's a bunch of rookies in here. There's like the trio of 3 Hall of Fame rookies in here, if I recall. That, in my view, makes it a really good set, to get unopened stuff of. Here's a pack I actually think I sent in 1980 Topps baseball. I had a whole box of this stuff, and I wanted to see if, this was years ago, I wanted to see if the box, this is a PSA 7, if the box was likely to be legit, so I sent in one pack to get graded. Back when grading packs was like $20, and boy were those the good old days. The cheapest you can grade a pack for these days is $50. But I sent it in, and it graded not very high, but it graded authentic, so I knew the box was good. Ended up buying a replacement pack and then getting the whole box wrapped by Baseball Card Exchange. So now I've got that. Look at that, you can kind of see the guy, something white, it looks like, on the back there, the HIT. Kind of funny, that card is facing the back, so it makes it a lot easier to see. Alright, this is one of the nicer and newer packs that I've gotten recently. It's a new pack, but it's new to me. So 80 Topps basketball. This is a PSA 8. This is the year that has the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird rookie cards in it. And I've never owned any of the unopened stuff of these. And this is a product that has really gone up in value. Compared to 6-7 years ago, but it did sort of peak, in like 2021, kind of mid to early 2021, and like everything else is significantly down, but still quite high compared to a few years ago. So anyways, I was excited to get a pack of this just because I had not ever had any. And this one you can kind of see the back too, so really can't make out who it is, but you could probably find out if I went looking. But that's a nice clean pack. Next up is, I think, the oldest 70s baseball pack that I have. I can't remember what I paid for this, but I think it was pretty penny. I think it was like $600, $700. 1973 Topps PSA 8 wax pack. Very cool. Was pretty excited to pick this one up. This early 70s stuff is, boy, it's hard to find. Really hard to find. Not sure how many cards are in this pack, but it seems like it's maybe 10 or 12. By I think like 1980 or so, they were 15 cards a pack, and that's kind of been the standard for a long time. Of course, that's not the standard anymore, but packs are very different now. But for wax packs, Topps wax packs, 15 cards was was in most of them, you know, in the 80s and beyond. Here is a hockey wax pack. I'm really loving hockey wax packs and unopened hockey cards. This is a near mint 7. Because compared to football and baseball, I think hockey vintage is quite a bit cheaper. So you can get some really cool older packs, and I think I'll have one. Yeah, I got one coming up. I have a 70s hockey pack next. So this was not too much. I think it was only maybe $100, $120, something like that. And that's got a second year Gretzky in it. His rookie year was 1979. I got the guy's, the seller's email address on there, so take that off. Here's a 1977 PSA 7 Topps wax pack, kind of cool. I like the cover art of these hockey packs too. Can't see who's in the back. Looks like the New York Islanders jersey. So what I'm excited to add. Next up, we have a star showing pack, which is something that, you know, I don't really get into. There are lots of people, well, not lots, but there are definitely a number of people out there who collect, you know, very intently packs where there's a star showing on the front or the back. So, you know, often they're interested in particular players, and those packs can really, you know, collect a premium if there's a lot of people who collect that player. So anyways, I saw this show up. I think this was a Probstein auction, and you know, I put a bid in it. This is a PSA 9, which is quite high, but cello packs generally grade quite high, you know, relatively easily. There's a lot of PSA 10 cello packs out there. I guess they just are much more lenient on them, and I guess, you know, cellophane does not have the risks of deterioration as wax paper packs do. So anyways, this is A2 Topps, and it's got a Ronnie Lott Hall of Famer, you know, rookie card on it, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm not really a Ronnie Lott fan, but I thought, you know, for relatively cheap money, this seems like a pretty nice pickup. So was happy to add this to the stash. And next up, we have my oldest wax pack by far. And I was pleased to get this for a pretty decent price too. I think this is also from Probstein. 51 Topps baseball redback. So you know, before you get too excited, if you're not familiar, these packs have always been sort of the, I don't know, kind of the real black sheep of the early Topps wax pack family. They're not terribly valuable. The cards inside are, compared to their, like, you know, 51 Bowman or 52 Topps comparatives are, you know, have very little value. So, but, you know, in PSA 10, a card out of here of one of the star players from this era, you know, can command some decent money. So they're not, you know, certainly worthless, but I don't know, these packs have always been available for, you know, so much cheaper than all other 50s Topps and Bowman packs. But it is an interesting piece of history in my view, because 51 Topps baseball, and these cards, they look like little player, or they look like playing cards, you know, like you know, poker cards. So they're kind of a silly design, and not super collected, but this was, you know, Topps's first ever entrance into the baseball card, you know, game. Their first attempt to compete with the likes of Bowman especially, but, you know, other early producers like Gowdy and so forth. So, in my view, it's, you know, it's a very interesting piece of history, and who doesn't want a 1951 wax pack? This one looks like in pretty good shape, and you know, I feel like this is only like $300-400. So you know, contrast that to what you pay for a 1952 Topps baseball wax pack in PSA 7. You probably pay like $50,000 or something for that. So these are just obscenely cheap. I think there's no way they're not gonna, you know, gain value over time. They are, you know, much more readily available than every other early 50s Topps and Bowman pack. So there's, you know, that working against them, but still, you know, people will buy these and they will open them. There's only one card in here, and I think you can probably see what it is, but I'm not sure I can actually. So that's the back on there. I don't know if I can see. Actually, are there two cards in here? There might be two, because I feel like I'm looking at two backs. Maybe that's a front. Well, I don't know. It's interesting. Somebody try to figure out who's showing on there. But I don't know. I really love this pack. I think I would buy more of these if given the opportunity. Funny, I don't really see the gum in there though. So it might be between like two cards or something. I'm pretty sure these are one card packs, but I'll have to look at that. Yeah, because I think like doubles means there's two. But anyways, this is a really fun one. I was happy to get that in, and happy to share these all with you guys. So that's what we got for today. I hope everybody's doing well. We will catch y'all next time, and please check out those breaks in the description so we can open that stuff and get those videos made. I would love to see those cards and love to share those all with you.